So the trees are still running and we still are collecting maple sap almost every day. And we have it at various stages. So with the maple syrup, we also have some that's finished but not filtered. But that's not going to stop us from having some yummy vegan pancakes with some maple syrup on top. So we'll show you how to make those. So we're going to take 1 1/3 cup cornmeal, 2, and we need another 2/3 cups of white flour, 1/2 tablespoon your choice of sugar, this is xylitol, 3/4 teaspoon sea salt, 1 1/2 tablespoons tapioca starch, 3 tablespoons of baking powder. I make my own, but you can use what you have. 1/8 teaspoon of now better stevia powder. This is the brand I like to use. I find that it's not bitter, it doesn't have the bitter aftertaste that some of the others do. We're going to stir our dry ingredients until they're well combined, and then we're going to mix our wet ingredients. So 1/2 cup of applesauce and 3 1/2 cups of water. So I'm going to have to get a little more water. And we're going to mix that all together. It's funny, I've been making this for so long without measuring the water and just putting it in. I noticed that I usually make it thicker than this. Alright, now we're going to heat up a frying pan and start our pancakes. The great thing about this recipe is you can add other things. I decided today we're going to add some raisins and some cinnamon to it. They're great plain, but they're really yummy with raisins. So the cinnamon that I like to use, I don't use regular cinnamon, I use Ceylon cinnamon. It's a healthier version of cinnamon. I'm just going to shake some in. We grind our own and then throw it in a shaker and in a jar, and we can add it to whatever we want. And I think our pan is heated up. So for thin pancakes, I would say you could use the 3 1/2 cups of water, but I think I'm going to add some more flour and cornmeal because I usually like mine to be a little thicker and higher. So we've got our fire going nice and hot. And the pancakes are cooking pretty good. You can see that they rise up nicely. And they're almost ready to flip. Get them nice and golden. So you can see with the first batter, they're a little bit skinnier. I'm going to do a second batch with adding a little bit more flour and cornmeal and show you how tall they can get. So you can see the batter is a little thicker now. That's how I usually make it. So if you want it thicker, I would add maybe 3 cups instead of 3.5 cups. I have a bad tendency of not always measuring, and just after making a recipe over and over, I just kind of know how it should look and throw it together. And this way the batter's thicker, and so they get quite tall, and I like them that way. So they're ready to flip. Oopsie. Alright guys, you ready to taste?
Yep.
What do you think?
That's very good.
Nice and crunchy, homemade maple syrup.
Yep.
Nice combination, eh?
Yep.
Alright, Mommy's hungry.